Today we're going to show you how to open up a classic Vandersteen speaker in order to change out a driver. The first thing you're going to need to do is take your speaker and flip it upside down onto a padded surface, because you don't want to scratch your top. Once you have the speaker upside down, if you have a base or a stand, you need to remove that in order to access the screws that are holding the bottom plate to the speaker. Once you've done that, you can remove the screws. Once you have all the screws removed, take a flathead screwdriver and a hammer and begin by placing the screwdriver between the bottom plate and the speaker and just tapping it in about halfway in. Continue doing that all the way around the speaker. You can pry on it a little bit, pry down on the handle, not so you don't dent the plate itself. Once you've broken it loose enough, the caulking will break loose and you can pull the bottom off the speaker. And the next step will be to remove all of these staples. You can do this with your screwdriver and hammer also, placing the screwdriver up against any of the staples. As you can see, once you tap on it, the staples will pull out. Once you have all the staples loose from the speaker itself, you'll want to go ahead and remove the staples from the cloth. The reason being that if you roll this cloth up and you have to roll it up over the top, you don't want any of these staples scratching the top of your speaker. Now that you've removed all the staples from the cloth, you can roll the cloth around all the sides, and you can take the speaker and flip it back over. Once you have it flipped over, you can just pull the cloth up and you can pull it as high as you need to, depending on which driver you need to remove. So now we have our driver reinstalled in the speaker, and it's time to cover the speaker back up. Just roll the cloth down like so. Now we'll take our speaker and set it back down on our padded surface upside down. Starting with the back, just pull the cloth up gently, take the slack out, keeping the seam of the cloth in the center of the speaker. Once you have a few staples there, you can even it out. Then take the front, pull the slack up the same way you did on the back. Staple it evenly across. We'll do the same thing on the sides, pulling out about the same amount of slack so the tension stays fairly even all the way around. And now for the corners. To get a nice neat seam on the corners, take the cloth up like this, grab the center, pull it somewhat tight, and then staple right through it. You'll have two pieces left. Do the exact same thing. Pull the tension out and then staple. Pull the tension and staple. You don't need to pull too hard, just enough to get the tension out so that this is smooth here. Then continue with the other three sides. You can take a pair of scissors and cut off any of the excess cloth. You have your bottom, set it back on the speaker the same way it came off. There should be a seam for the veneer on the bottom itself, and you can put that toward the back. Reinstall your screws. Once you've installed the screws, if you had a baser stand, you can put it back on at this time, and your speaker's ready to go.